Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are back with some more My Hero Academia. This being the 15th episode of the 5th season, and we had the week break last week, of course. Now we're back. Previous episode, definitely a lot of foreshadowing, I would say, but we also have the trio, of course, Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki. They're working with Endeavor now, so we kind of have like these things sort of going on or moving in parallel, maybe you kind of say. So I'm curious what we're gonna have with this episode. I'm just really curious what we're gonna have going forward, especially because next week is a filler episode. I don't know if they're gonna somehow try and tie that into the movie or what their plans are, but I don't know if you guys heard, but yeah, next week is gonna be a filler episode. So next week's episode probably isn't gonna play off of what we have here. It might pick up with the episode after next week's filler episode. Guess we'll find out. Guess we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna hop into this episode, see what we'll have with it. We're gonna get into it in 3, 2, 1, go. Here's Hawks. I feel like they've been doing this a lot. Like the past couple of episodes, they start off with Hawks and they do some like foreshadowing or some like sus type of shit. I think he was here before, right? Though he was just outside, kind of like their HQ or an HQ. I see Toga. I see Twice. I see Spinner. There's the book. It said what? 4 months, right? The enemy, the Liberation Army. The Destroness. And both of his eyes were covered up there. Like, yeah, I get it. You really get it. Twice, that's me. They trying to hide some of these others, though. Like, obviously, we know some of the characters sitting down here, but they trying to hide the other ones. You're a good guy. You're evil. What the hell? What the hell are you? What is it really? It's got the League and the Army. Oh. Twice I was like, oh, shit. What is it? Of course it's Deku. They've grown. They've grown. They still have a lot more growth and improvement to go, though. But they've definitely grown a bit. Oh. Also, he can still hear. He can still hear them. We'll be doing it soon. In 4 months. Everything by Tomura. Everything will be destroyed. So there's that, and then there's the stuff with the Liberation Army? More I mean, because they already had that stuff in the previous episode, right? With the Liberation Army, I think even that they said 4 months. So unless this is a different time frame, but I mean that same dude who I've been assuming is like the head of the Liberation Army. Which, by the way, I think he has Muta's voice actor from Space Brothers, which is like Space Brothers is one of my favorite series of all time, and Muta's one of my favorite characters, and his VA plays that dude. I think his name is not Destro, but I think his name is like Re-Destro, because he's not like the OG. But they're trying to be like kind of sneaky with the other ones around him. Favorite part of the OP right here. Still feel like they could have done more. Like they could have really went in with the cut, with just one cut right there for the drop. All right, man. That's like I feel like they've been doing that lately. I know I said it before, but starting off the episodes like that. Yeah, this is what we had at the end of the previous episode. The enemy is the Liberation Army, 4 months. And then Togo was saying that with Shigaraki. So over 100,000. So they like moving in parallel? Moving all together? It's like all the villains. Like literally all of them. Good question. Good question. Don't you think they would assume that he could still hear them somehow, or that he could still maybe be listening in when he left the room? Guess they didn't really think about that. Are you secretly investigating the enemy? See, a lot of people might think that like Hawks is like sus, or he's like working with the enemy, but like I think we know like that's not the case. But it's good that Endeavor, like for the character in the show, he is like picking up on that. And if this is all over like widespread, that's gonna be so hard to try and deal with like perfectly. I'm assuming they won't be able to deal with that shit perfectly. Like someone's gonna suffer, or like people are gonna die. Like in case of failure, so a backup plan, more manpower. Yeah, it's not just any regular work study. Leave the students as insurance. That's crazy. This is why this is, I guess, such a crucial time when you really think about it. That's a lot of pressure on the students, though, isn't it? Like, should it really be like that? That's it's kind of crazy if you ask me. But of course, they have to be involved in some capacity or some way. That's what I was saying. Like, they've definitely grown. Oh, so I didn't really think much of that. Like, it was a cool scene. I didn't really think much of it though. Ox is a Ox is a smart ass dude. He's slick. Hey, hey, Fat Gum. Oh, they're showing everyone. Okay, they're showing everyone. I was like, it just keeps going. Hey, yo, Mirio. And they showed Inasa and Cammy and them. They left it off with Mirio though. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, obviously, I hope so too, but it's like I don't know about that. Few times. Few times. It's like I can't say what I really want to say, so I have to put it a different way. And Baku's like, shit, I know what this is. So it's like, fuck. All these details, all everything. Yeah, like this is what to expect, I guess. This is what we should have expected with Deku though. When Endeavor asked him this question. Oh my god, bro. Will it ever stop? Will it ever stop? Right? Yeah, yeah. I'm with you. What's her hero name? Burnin, I think. Yeah, I'm with her. Like, what? You lost me at a certain point. I kind of like the commentary from her too. Ooh, ooh. I want to know what I can't do. Oh, we got a lot of flashbacks here in this segment. Okay, Bakugo. Okay, it was kind of maybe what I would expect with Bakugo too. With his, I think what he said right there though is a product of, like that's why I didn't really ask you. Todoroki, like me too. But I think what Bakugo said right there really shows like it's like a product of his growth and his development that we saw. Right. I think it's kind of clever how they're showing these flashbacks though. Okay. Yo, his eyes kind of like they like quivering a bit. This is a product of his growth as well right here. Like same thing I said with Bakugo. and I think Endeavor's using that as kind of motivation, even more so for him to keep changing, for him to get better, because he's still on that path as well, of course. Like, there's still a lot more that he has to do. There's still a lot more that everyone has to do. They're showing a lot of stuff we've already saw in this episode, man. Especially like the last couple of minutes here. Got to put the two together and build on that. Ah, that shot from the preview. I remember that. And he's out. He's off. It's like that, man. Like just like that first time in the other episode. Dude, this is literally half a recap episode, man. I will not be told otherwise. Like, is this actually how it goes in the manga? Like this much, like kind of reminiscing, this much, or like this much of stuff we already kind of knew. I mean, I know they're using that and applying it to the current kind of situation or like what's going on here, but so hello. Oh, you think you getting away on that, man? Oh, oh, he fell off. He was like mid-air, burned his ass too. It seemed like barely, maybe. Oh yeah, like, don't be silly. Don't. So tell me, what was it? What am I? What? This is literally half a recap episode. In a way. He's copying my explosion. He made him turn into a way that wasn't as crowded. Okay. That was smart. That was really smart. And to think of that on the fly too, in the heat of the moment. There you go. There you go. The little spin there too. That visual though. Yep. He giving him some he giving him a little bit of props, a little bit of credit. Oh. You'll lose a life. Oh, okay. I like that. Especially for like Bakugo, I feel like, and I mean Deku, yeah, but especially I don't know. I'm more into sort of the developments with Bakugo and Todoroki around this with Endeavor. Deku. You surprised? You seriously surprised Bakugo? This is perfect for them though to be with Endeavor like this, especially with apparently what we know is happening. This is gonna help them, I guess, in the maybe the fastest way possible. But still, it's a little scary to think about that they're gonna be an insurance sort of policy with what apparently is gonna happen. Like, because shit's about to be crazy. True. True. Small thing, but in the big scope of things. Definitely. It literally is. That's what I was saying. Take that work, all that hard work you put in with like that, and then with that here in the out in the field, and then that experience, take all that together, build on that. So what are y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna do? Yes, sir. One thing at a time. All right, man. All right. I like that last part of the episode. I feel like that last part of the episode is like, pretty inspiring. But man, especially like the second half of the episode, it felt like the second half of the episode was like half recap. It's like I see how they were using it, but I don't know. I don't know, man. A lot of it was stuff we had already saw, like stuff we kind of already knew, but they were applying it to kind of the situation of what is going on, right now with Endeavor and all that, which I really, really like what Endeavor is doing with the three of them right now. I think this is obviously is a very crucial, very important time, but still, I feel like just it's because they're students. There's only like they kind of have to be as fast as possible. Which, if you're rushing things, it could lead to potentially some problems. Because we know they're gonna have to be involved, probably. So, like they're saying they're an insurance policy, but they're gonna be involved. They're definitely gonna be involved somewhat in all this that is going on with the League, with the Liberation Army. But what they're talking about on the scale that it's going to be, like with Shigaraki across everywhere, there's only so much they're gonna be able to do. Like, there's no way. Even with this, even like with this training, there's no way that they're gonna be able to prevent everything. That like lives are gonna be lost with how they're building this up. It seems like a lot of lives are definitely gonna be lost, and a lot of things are gonna be destroyed. And maybe they're able to prevent some things to a certain extent, but from how this to where this seems like it's going, I mean, I don't think it's really. I don't know if this is like the ideal. I mean, but what else can you really do? I don't know. Because I was gonna say, like, I don't know if this is the really the ideal way to kind of go about it, but I mean, this is what they have to do. Is this their only option right now to kind of train up the students like this as fast as possible for what is coming? Is there any other option? Is there any other way to sort of go about it? With what we know now, I don't know, because I feel like just some things are inevitable at this point. But we'll see, because after this, or maybe during this, or no, it'd probably be after this, right? Like with that, whatever's gonna happen with the league, with Shigaraki, with the Liberation Army, the students, some of the students, if not all the students, but especially like the trio here, they're gonna be thrown into that shit. And I mean, are they gonna be ready? Are we gonna be ready? Those are the questions to kind of ask. And and that's why also it really stands out to me how they're so big on how lately they've been big on talking about current hero society and even like the villain society, like society as a whole. Really, they've been really big on that because if this goes haywire, like if this is just depending on the outcome of things, is there may be a huge shakeup in how everything is ran or how everything goes essentially. So we'll see, but that's something that I get to thinking about a lot for sure because of this. Because obviously, I love seeing this. I love seeing, especially our trio here, and we know the other characters are they're in their work studies and they're training and they're getting better, they're getting stronger and all of that. But you can only progress so much in a short amount of time. And I know being with Endeavor is going to help them accelerate that probably even more so, even faster. But I don't think it could keep up with what we have going on in the shadows, if you'd want to put it that way. What's kind of moving right now on the villain side. But we haven't really saw all of that. We've saw like little glimpses, had little foreshadowing, but I don't think we're really ready. I don't think they're really ready. I honestly don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see how things play out going into the future. So yeah, next week's episode is a recap. So I'm not sure. I don't think even next week's episode will play off of this episode here, because apparently I think actually I heard it's going to be more Ochako centered, which I'm cool with that, because I feel like Ochako hasn't really had like too much focus like lately. I mean, she did kind of in the joint training a little bit, but it's not just gonna be Ochako, I think. But I heard she has a big focus in the filler episode, and I don't know if it's gonna tie into the movie somehow, or what it's gonna be. Even this stuff right here feels like it could maybe they could somehow tie it into the movie. Like the timing of this arc coming in and then like the movie soon, like somewhat soon, is actually kind of perfect in a way, because the movie has a big focus on the trio, and I think Endeavor has a big focus in maybe Hawks as well. But then I don't know, maybe they do some in the next episode that kind of ties into it or has something to do with it as well. Who knows what their plans are? I don't know. With the next episode and even beyond, we'll have to, I guess, find out and see. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to find out. So, yeah, that about does it for this episode of My Hero Academia. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. If you did enjoy my reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.